Hey, what's up, everybody? Celebrating our president in silver. That's right. The United States Mint started this presidential medal series back in 2018. Now, the medals that were produced in 2018 can still be purchased on the United States Mint website. Now, I am thinking about picking a couple of these up, and I was not sure if the medals that were produced, minted in 2018, could still be purchased today, and they indeed can. However, since the product schedule from 2018 is no longer available on the Mint website, what you have to do is you actually have to type in the search field presidential silver medals, and then it will show you all of the silver medals that are available. Now, today, in today's world, a lot of people like to erase our history. I like to celebrate our history, and I am thinking of picking up a couple of these medals. Not all of them. I probably will not pick up all of them since they are they have a pretty hefty premium on them. Now, the very first medal that was produced, and these are going to be produced in the order in which these gentlemen became president, such as George Washington. George Washington, the first president of the United States, was the first medal that was released, and this was again in 2018. Now, I believe every president, they will produce these until there is no more presidents to put on a medal. I do believe all 45 presidents. Who knows if they're going to go on any further than that, and who knows how long these are going to be available. This George Washington that was released in 2018, who knows? Is it going to be available for the next, year, couple of years? Are they going to discontinue these over time? No one knows. Now, there's no Mitch's limit, there's no product limit, and there is no household limit. These medals are $46. Now, when this one, George Washington, when these were released in 2018, the price of these were 39, I believe it was 39.50. The price has gone up as the United States Mint has increased the pricing of all of their products or most of their products, and this was no different. The price of this has increased by a few dollars. Now, this one, of course, was the first one, George Washington. I did not pick this up. I am thinking of picking this one up possibly, but there is one in particular that I want to pick up, and I will be picking it up very shortly, and we're going to discuss that one in this video. But this one, George Washington, commander of the Continental Army in the Revolutionary War and the first president of the United States, is credited with leading the completion and the signing of the Constitution on September 17th, 1787. Now, who knows how long, with as many people that like to erase our history and all of that, who knows if these are going to continue the entire series? I don't know. But I definitely want to pick up the one that I've been looking at in case that were to happen, in case the US Mint does decide to discontinue. I don't think they will, because this is a big money maker for them. And if you do, let me also throw in there, if you do decide to pick any of these up, like I said, there is a hefty premium. Silver, the current spot price is just under $18 an ounce, and these are $46. So if you are buying it because you want to collect it and celebrate our presidents and keep them and maybe pass them down to generations, that's a cool idea, I think. But if you're buying it because you want to make a monetary gain, the chances of that happening with there being no Mitch's limit, no product limit, no household limits, chances of making money on this is probably pretty slim. Unless, of course, you have the entire set and and in the future, once these are discontinued, maybe somebody will be willing to pay a premium to buy the entire set, but that is probably unlikely. So George Washington is the number one. Now we are going to discuss all the medals that are available. There are currently seven that are available through the United States Mint. And the number two, of course, is the second president of the United States, and that is John Adams. John Adams, and of course, all of these are $46. And it says here, John Adams, after service as the first vice president, John Adams was elected to succeed George Washington and became the second president of the United States. So that is the second medal that was available. The next medal, of course, is the third president of the United States, and that is Thomas Jefferson. So let's find Thomas Jefferson's medal, and here it is. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence and the third United States president. Really cool. Now, one thing I don't like about these medals, what I don't like about a lot of medals, is that they have the smooth edge. I like the reeded edge, but the reeded edge typically is reserved for coins, and these are not coins. There is no monetary value, there's no denomination, so they have a smooth edge, and that's typically what they have on most of the medals. So the next one that was released through the United States Mint is the fourth president of the United States, and that is James Madison. James Madison, our fourth president, was instrumental in determining the course of the new republic and forming the new national government. Along with Alexander Hamilton and John Jay, he wrote the Federalist Papers, a series of 85 essays advocating adoption of the U.S. Constitution. Really cool. So there you have James Madison. Then after James Madison was the fifth president of the United States, and that is James Monroe. James Monroe, our fifth president and the last of the founding fathers. Early in his administration, his time in office is known as the era of good feelings for the peace and booming economy the country enjoyed. Really cool. That is James Monroe. Then after James Monroe, the sixth president of the United States, John Quincy Adams. So let's find John Quincy Adams, and there he is. John Quincy Adams was born into politics as the son of the second U.S. President, John Adams, and Abigail Adams. As a child, he watched the American Revolution unfold and accompanied his father on his diplomatic ports to Europe. He followed his father's footsteps and becoming a diplomat in Europe and later the sixth United States president. Really cool. Now, the seventh medal in 2020, the seventh medal to be released, the seventh president of the United States, and possibly the greatest president that we've had in history, with the exception of course, the current one that we have, the seventh president. And this is the medal that I really want to pick up, and I will be picking this medal up sometime this year, but there's no rush to pick these up. I don't think there's a rush unless they decide at some point they want to adopt, if the United States Mint wants to adopt the erasing of our history as well. That would be the only exception to the fact that we may want to pick these up sooner than later if you do want to pick any of these metals up, is if the United States Mint wants to start erasing our history as well. But Andrew Jackson was the 7th U.S. president, serving from 1829 to 1837. He served as a major general in the War of 1812 and became a national hero when he defeated the British in New Orleans. Really cool. Andrew Jackson, who wanted to abolish the central banks and who many say is indeed the greatest U.S. president that we've ever had. I believe if given a second term, our current president is going to be known as the greatest, possibly. But like our current president, Andrew Jackson also believed the news media was also pretty fake. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is this a series that you are looking into getting into? I do want to pick up one of the Andrew Jackson and maybe a couple others. These are pretty costly. I'm not going to be able to pick up the entire series, but I do want to pick up this one. Possibly I will pick up, since it's still available, the George Washington and maybe a few others. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this presidential metal series by the United States Mint. I believe they are doing 4 a year, 1 per quarter, and they're going to keep making them until, well, probably until they run out of presidents, as long as they don't discontinue this series before then. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.